This tribal's hard. Let me tell you why. Alex, I could vote him out. I voted him once. I could vote him off again. I don't trust this whole lone wolf thing now that he's back. I just don't trust it. But the only problem is voting him off would now alienate Arju and Milena, and going into the merge, they could easily swap to the red team. Or I could vote Monica, who's my next to Coleman, my number 2, but voting her as a tribe would move forward, solidify to carry into the merge. I don't know what to do.
So, I definitely was happier when Alex was not in the game because he is just being very paranoid, and I think, we're both at risk of being voted out. We both have a target on our back again, and so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm trusting the relationships that I've built in the couple weeks that I've been playing the game, and we'll see what happens with Alex.
Brophy, I'm scared. I don't know if I have a reason to be scared, but I'm scared. You scared me with all the stuff that you're talking about. You're like, oh, Alex, you have a big target on your back. You haven't been in the game, blah, 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 blah. Gosh darn it. I'm playing my idol tomorrow. Bye.
All right, conversations are going left and right again, and I know I changed my mind again. I think I'm gonna go forward with my initial plan of having Alex as my day one alliance. Day one alliance. Hopefully that doesn't burn me in the end, but I feel like I know I'm trusting Coleman more. I know I'm trusting other people more, but also people are gaming there. That's what they're doing. They're doing anything or saying anything they can so that I could trust them. So I'm just gonna have to go with my gut, and I'm gonna have to trust Alex as my day one and then see how far that leads me. So far, we've been voting the same people, so hopefully we could kind of maintain that. In any case, we are gonna be in agreement, and I've talked to Harrelson and Coleman about this. We're gonna have to go for Foster. Reason why is because I want numbers and shields. First thing, numbers. We can't kick Monica because I trust her more, and I don't think she's too strategic and like going around and talking to everybody. So she's a good number advantage for us on the merge for blue versus red. And then number 2, we can't kick Alex and Milena because he's more of a target. So I'm gonna use him as a shield. So that means that red would most likely be all voting against Alex, and that puts a target off my back. I think that's much more cleaner. I feel like if we get rid of Alex, who are they gonna look for out there? And that could be me. I talk a lot in the competitions and the surviving challenges, so they could just see me as a ringleader, and I don't want that to happen yet. I do want to take credit of all this for my laid out plan if I make it to the end, but right now I'm keeping as a shield that puts a target off my back, and all I need to do is just survive till merge.
Tribal Council tonight. I really wanted to vote Alex out. I don't trust him. I think he's working with Bruce on red team. I think the merge is coming up, hopefully today, I think. But I couldn't get the votes. Harrelson really wanted to vote Foster or Monica, mostly Foster though. So I had to jump ship, and I've been talking more with Arju, and we've really been gaining a lot of trust. I still don't trust Alex, but that's a later problem, hopefully. Foster was saying Harrelson was saying Foster. A lot of crazy people were saying Monica, but not really. That was just a ruse. I think it's gonna be wild, but I think it's gonna go according to plan.
So today we have to vote someone out, and it's kind of really sad to see someone leave blue. I also think the merge is gonna happen pretty soon, so we'll see what happens. We have a plan going in, so we'll see if people stick to the plan or if they do something else.
And Foster reached out to me saying, he thinks Arju is sketchy, he thinks he's cooking up something, but little does he know, that I'm in the kitchen with Arju. Call me sous chef. And, you know, if everything goes according to plan, we're going to be having stir-fry Foster for Tribal. Stay tuned.
So the vote was Monica, but I heard my name floating out about, but I wasn't too worried. But then I get a text from Alex saying, hey, can we meet up? So I meet up with him, and he pulls out an idol, shows it to me. I mean, it looked real, a necklace with all the planets. I mean, it looked straight up like an idol. And I couldn't believe it. And then he tells me that there's a group chat with everybody except me and Monica, that they're voting me out. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't think I have any other option but to fake having an idol. I've got to go in there swinging. I don't even know if I can trust Coleman at this point. In fact, I'm going to text her saying that I'm going to be playing my idol because I'm worried tonight. And I'm hoping that she disperses that to everybody else. I don't know how involved she was in making the decision, but if she will tell them that I'm playing my idol, maybe they'll switch to someone else, or maybe just vote Monica out. It's not foolproof, but it's what I gotta do.
All right, happy Halloween, y'all. Milena, what's your costume today?
I'm a ExxonMobil operator.
Nice.
Nice.
So it's been a while since I've seen you guys. You guys got a little bit of a winning streak there. Got Alex back as a reward. Welcome back, Alex. Loving the hat. But let's talk about the last time we were at Tribal Council. We voted out Emily last time. Did you guys lie to Emily in order to get her to get voted out? Did she think that she was safe?
She didn't contact us. She probably didn't contact me.
I think I was the one that had the most communication with her out of the whole group. I don't actually. Was it you, Archie, that she voted for?
Yeah.
Because I actually don't even remember really even talking too much strategy about who we're voting for. But I know for sure that her and I texted the most, I think, out of everybody here. But it was still a decision to vote for her regardless. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It really did suck. It truly did. Voting always does.
Indeed. So, do you think in this game, I think we've formed some friendships, some bonds with each other over this time. Do you think that it is just to lie to an individual in order to get forward in the game, Foster?
No, not at all.
No.
I think it's a complete balance between trust and I wouldn't even call it manipulation. It definitely looks like that and it can come off that way, but most of it's, information prying and trying to gauge where people are at. But, you've got to rely on your alliances, the people that you trust and the people that you strategize with. Otherwise, it just always comes to bite you in the ass. So, leverage, and leverage doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Leverage, the people that you trust, and hopefully you don't get voted out.
Gotcha. So Coleman, the game is outwit, outplay, and outlast. The outwit component, typically in Survivor, does have a good deal of deception. Are you avoiding deception as much as possible?
Yes, as much as possible, but it's hard to avoid it completely. I mean, there's so many of us, and but yeah, you try to be honest and loyal as much as you can, and build those strong bonds with, most of the people, if not all of them, and hope that you don't lose. And then when you do lose, it just sucks. Like, you just kind of fish for what's the best move to go forward? How can we stay strong as a tribe?
So among the people who trust you, do you believe that tonight any of them are being deceived?
No.
Okay. A bold answer. So I'll move on. Alex, welcome back.
Thank you.
Uh,
It's good to be back.
Glad to have you back in the game. What was the reaction from the tribe to you coming back into the game?
I feel like there were mixed feelings. I don't know. People always put a smile on their face when they're looking at me, but what they're saying behind my back, you never know.
Fair enough. Do you believe that you are going to be voted out tonight again?
I'm gonna look around for a sec.
Eye contact.
Do I believe? I don't know, man. This thing is this thing's pretty special to me. So I think it's worth displaying to everybody.
What is it?
What is it? Well, I'll just say Hades.
That's a deep cut.
Oh!
Are you
I can't
implying
trust-
that
I can't trust anybody. I feel like I'm a lone wolf.
Not even this
people,
one?
people be
Believe
telling me
I
stuff.
was happier when he was not in the game.
People be telling me stuff, and I'm like, all right, sure. And then I turn around since I hear something different from someone else. It's gonna make good TV, and all my confessionals are gonna say that. But I gotta be out here for myself.
Yeah. It's about playing with people who respect your gameplay. It's about making a game that you are proud to have played. So I'm hopefully I'm going to be able to do that tonight.
Okay. I want to circle back for a second to two things. First of all,
I don't know what came out of my mouth.
You name dropped the word Hades there, which to this tribe has great meaning. Do you want to expand on that?
Oh yeah. So Space Center Houston, right? There's Space Center Houston that closes at 6, and then there's some planets out there. Apparently Hades is the same as Pluto, and there's planets outside Space Center Houston. If you walk around, you'll find Pluto.
Oh my god.
You are painting the biggest target on your back right now.
It makes sense. I looked everywhere. It only makes sense someone found it.
So I'm sharing all of this so that everyone knows, because we're all going to be one tribe. Okay, we go into a merge. We know we at least have one idol all together. And take it or leave it. If you want to vote me out, I don't plan on playing it. I want to display it to everybody. This is what it looks like. I was a bit surprised, Brophy, but
That's the idol?
that's what I thought. I mean, I found it. It may not be it, but
Oh my goodness.
Could be a fake idol.
It could be.
Just while we're sharing, you kind of inspired me. If the vote goes the way I'm expecting and the tribe moves forward as one into the merge, we not only will have one, but possibly two idols.
Oh my gosh.
The book bag or
The
like
backpack?
inside?
No, not the whole backpack. Inside the backpack. Although it's not nearly as
So
stylish.
many idols.
They had to
You
come
know
out
what? I have
eventually.
no. I'm just kidding.
Anyone else have any major?
Wait, let me reach in my pocket. Somewhere in this bag.
I have so much faith in how tonight's gonna go.
Empty pockets.
We'll just say that.
I feel like a loser right now, not having an idol like everybody else.
All right. All right, that was the first thing I wanted to circle back to. Second, Milena, you said an interesting statement there. I've heard you say it a couple of times. This game was easier when Alex wasn't in it.
It was because he is driving me nuts talking about Survivor every single night and being paranoid, and it's like, I have to live with this every day. Like, I'm glad we don't all live
Hell,
with each
has
other.
he worn that naked? Does he shower
No
with
comment.
but we're sticking with the plan, right?
Yes.
I mean, I say all these shenanigans, but I'm serious about the last thing. Hopefully it doesn't change anyway.
We're all trying to build a bond here.
Going into the merge, it's imperative to know who you trust and who you don't trust. And tonight, obviously, will dictate that. Even if the merge isn't tonight, I think we've all kind of expected it to be tonight. So tonight is how we're going to vote moving into the merge, regardless of if there is not a merge today.
Okay, gotcha.
So thinking about your long game right now is a very good idea.
So, Monica, you've been quiet this whole time.
That's Ray, actually.
How do you determine who to vote for?
Oh, well, I feel like if we go into the merge, I would like to see all of Red Team go goodbye.
Take care,
but
strong.
most of the time, it's just like, I don't know. I have to pick someone. Let's just throw a name out there.
So you're not strategizing.
Oh, there is strategy going into it. But
Is it your strategy or is it somebody else's?
who is the mastermind? No one knows.
The mastermind knows.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a single mastermind.
I do.
Okay,
That guy.
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say yourself.
Oh, I wish, dude. I wish. I think I'm at the bottom. Roll the strings. I just say I love everyone here, and I say everything for a reason. You may not know now, but you will later.
Real.
I'm trying to rewind.
You're dropping
What
some
all they
crazy
say?
shit right now.
Hades.
Hey.
We're all going to hell.
If we vote Alex out, we're all going to hell. That's the secret.
Yeah, you don't want to vote me twice out of 3 times, right? That'd be bad.
You can't vote me out tonight unless you write out Mario. And then it'll count.
I would never vote Mario.
But I'm sticking with the plan.
I'm sticking with my plan.
I'm sticking with
I'm
my
sticking
plan.
with
Yeah,
the plan.
I'm gonna stick.
I'm sticking with my plan.
Well, sounds like we're all sticking with the plan, so it's time to vote.
All right.
Happy Halloween! Unfortunately, we have tribal this week, and we're gonna have to vote for someone. So here is what we have decided. We'll see what happens.
Idol Bros.
Idol Bros.
I'm just looking at it to let them know we're having fun. And this is not a depressing tribal.
Is that a Bucky's costume?
It looks like it.
It looks like a Bucky's costume.
That's awesome.
We did a whole tactic about this, but I think we know the objective is Foster, but we're going for Monica. That's what I'm writing down in case his idol is real. Gotta protect my people. And Monica, I'm so sorry.
This is by far the hardest decision I'm making in this game. Foster, I tried to save you. If you had an idol, we would have gone very far. But I have to save myself here. I hope you can understand.
I really don't want to do it. I'm praying I don't regret it. And I'm hoping I make it.
Tribal is go for launch. And Houston, we have a problem. This person is sus.
Oh, dude, it just pooped. Oh, you got that on camera, too. Yeah, it just pooped. No, I think hers is ready. Stop.
Okay, so we need to make a pact that no matter who gets voted out or what idols get played or not, that we should not let Red Team know that there's idols on our group.
Agreed. Unless you use it tonight, then, like, I guess.
Even then, if we don't have to tell them, no.
Oh, yeah. Don't say
But they might know.
What happens to your states?
All right. Holy
cow. This was a hell of a week. Y'all might not know it, but there's a lot of coordination going on this week. Who's getting voted out? Oh my God. I think I have like 6 or 7 group texts of people going, you should vote this way, you should vote that way. Today, we found out that both Alex and Foster have an idol. I don't know who's playing it yet. We haven't gotten to that point yet. I think my vote is Foster. If he plays his idol, he'll be safe. This is tough. Heck, there might be a revote. Who knows? This is really tough. I'm gonna vote for Foster. So yeah, Foster it is. He's not gonna get out. I know this. He's not gonna get out. But I'm voting Foster. Sorry.
The votes have been cast. So now, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so.
Sorry, I have to play it.
Alex has played this hat. Unfortunately, this hat is not a immunity idol. So all votes cast against Alex will still count.
Oh, it was out there by the space center. Yo, it was just chilling.
Maybe that's the bonus hat, man.
Yo, I got this from a picture and everything.
All right. Hearing no other plays.
Now knowing that, I am going to say mine.
All right. Hearing nothing else, it's time to read the votes. The first vote, Alex. Second vote, Monica. That's 1 vote Alex, 1 vote Monica. Foster. That's 1 vote each for Alex, Monica, and Foster. Foster. That's 2 votes for Foster, 1 Monica, 1 Alex. Monica. That's 2 each for Monica and Foster, 1 vote for Alex. Monica. That's 3 votes for Monica, 2 votes Foster, 1 vote Alex. Foster. We have a tie. In the case of a tie, we have to re-vote. The individuals who are involved in the tie, being Foster and Monica, do not vote. The rest of you will all vote again. Foster, Monica, both of you have tied votes. You each have a chance now to plead your case to the 5 remaining voters on your tribe.
I honestly don't mind if you vote me out. So don't feel bad.
Okay, my turn.
I honestly do mind.
Regardless of the votes tonight, which obviously don't seem like we have come together as a tribe, doesn't have to mean that the tribe is forever going to be split. At least in my opinion, we can still move forward as a strong security tribe, and I'd love to be a part of it.
Any last words, Monica?
I like playing this game with all y'all, and it was fun to do all the activities. So thank you, Brophy, and thanks, Foster. Thanks, all y'all. Yeah.
We're getting beer for one of you guys.
So
One of you is getting drunk tonight. One of you is getting drunk tonight.
All right, so we all get to go vote again.
I told you. All according to plan, baby. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to talk.
I live for this.
Exhausting to text.
I love it. I tried to distance myself from everything. I blocked it out of my head. I just lived life as normal.
Yeah, because you could easily just go down a rabbit hole. Like, oh, what if this scenario happens and then this scenario happens? And
Imagine living on an island for 39 days doing this.
I live for this. I'm already going crazy.
God, imagine working at NASA and then coming to this after work and having
The votes have been cast. The first vote, Monica. Foster.
Oh my gosh.
Foster. Foster. The next person voted out of Survivor Space City, Foster. Please come forward. Foster, the tribe has spoken.
thanks, everybody.
Well, that was a dramatic vote, but there's only more dramatics to come.
Sorry, Foster, we respect you too much. And
he did not end up playing his idol. So that's not good for him. Rip, I'm sorry, Foster, but I'm going for you, buddy. I'm sorry. You're strategic. You gotta play the game.
You said you thought Arju was cooking up something on this sous chef. You should have played your idol, bud.
Just got voted out. It really does suck. I really looked forward to playing the game, you know, at least going in the merge, being part of a jury, but yeah, I think I just got ahead of myself, trusted in people too much, trusted in people too little, and yeah, appreciative of the time I spent here though.